and just malevolent nature of God in the Old Testament, specifically when it comes to like, war and destruction, and telling them, go into this city, kill the soldiers, kill all the
Kill,
women, kill
right.
the children, kill the fucking animals. Like, it's like, what? And it is just really,
Yeah, take the women as your new
take
wives.
the
Yeah,
women, yeah.
right.
And specifically, this is in the book of Numbers, I believe, and it tells
Hmm.
Moses tells the soldiers to go in, kill everyone except for the virgins, who you can take for yourselves. A
Yeah,
third of the virgins are to be given to the Levites, like the priests or whatever, but the other 2/3 take for yourselves. That's a
sounds
great one.
fair. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, because it's like, okay, what's going on here? And then of course the gymnastics starts. Oh well, they're there to raise them. Come on, like get the fuck out of here. You know what's happening here. Like, yeah, and trying to slavery is another one too.
Mm.
So when Trevor and I were in school, they did bring up biblical slavery, but I'm sure they said the same thing. Everyone's like, it's not actually slavery. This is indentured servitude, what's the word?
Yeah.
Voluntary indentured servitude, where you would serve someone, like you owed them money, so you would work for someone for 7 years, and then you would be set free. Which brings about its own questions, because like, okay, everyone who owes a debt owes 7 years. All debts are not equal. Why is it always 7 years of work? That's weird. But what they didn't tell us, what I had to find this out myself later on, was that only applied to
To
fellow
Jews.
Hebrew
Yeah.
males. Yep,
Right.
that's it.
Yeah. Right.
And Hebrew females you could own forever.
Oh, I
And
didn't know that.
yes,
Okay. I
Hebrew
did know
females.
if you a slave from like someone that you
Yes.
conquered, you could own forever.
Yep.
Yeah.
Foreigners you could own forever, and
Yeah.
Hebrew females you could own forever. Hebrew males you could only own for 7 years. You let them go unless, and there was a loophole in this one too,
Mm.
that if you marry, like if your Hebrew slave marries another slave you have, you still have to set the man free, but he can decide, okay, well, I don't want to leave my family and any kids he has here who are still slaves. In that case, you put an earring in his ear and now you own him forever too. So there's a
Oh,
way to, yeah. And so I would talk about this, and I was like, okay, the Old Testament clearly condones slavery. It says you may take slaves, you may own them as property. These are not people that are like getting paid. They can't leave when they want. And people would like just do their best to try to defend this. And so many times I would get comments from people saying, well, have you read this book? Well, what this like?
oh,
Go
yeah.
listen to this guy. No,
Yeah.
you tell me the best argument. Like, don't tell me to read 400 pages. It's like, if this is a 1 or 2 line answer here that explains why this is wrong. I don't need to read, a bibliography to explain, God's word. And that is really frustrating.
Yeah. I keep running into this over and over and over again, and
It's
it's hard to
cowardly.
get anywhere. Yeah, it's hard to get anywhere with people and that.
I don't know. I don't know. The it's so hard, man. Like, it's just so I don't know, like anyone who's been through it, I can understand. But